everyone. Welcome to my series, Finesse Flair. Today, I have a very, very special person on our show. He is somebody who has made not just India, but the whole world proud. A very warm welcome to Reetinder Singh Sodhi.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
A very warm welcome to you. Thank you ever so much for coming on my show and honoring my show with your presence. Really means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
No, thanks. Pleasure is mine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, Reetinder, I want to ask you about your life right from the beginning. Tell me, how did you get into cricket and how did cricket become a passion for you when you were a child?
Actually, sports runs in my family, and my dad used to play cricket. He always wanted to play for India, but somehow he couldn't, though he played for rest of India, Ranjit Trophy for 15 long years. So I was just a small kid then, 7, 8 years old. I used to see him toiling hard in the ground, and that is where I really picked this game. And then I wanted to do it for him. He was my coach all the way, and he wanted to see himself in me playing for India. So that was the motivational force, the pivotal factor, which always kept me focused and kept me going. And God willingly, a day came in 2000 December when I made my debut for Team India. And I still remember that was such an emotional moment. I got a call from one of the press reporters, Reetinder Sharma in Delhi. I still remember his name. And we all were in tears. And those were tears of happiness because we knew that what we all went through as a family to reach that coveted India cap.
Wow. So you not only made the country proud, you made your father, your entire family so proud. All your hard work paid off.
Yeah, I think I did my best. And as somebody says that if you give your best, then God always see it very closely and hard work bears fruit. So in some way, playing for India, in India, where cricket is a religion, cricket is everything. There's so much of competition and getting into that 11, that coveted 11 is never easy. And when I look back today and when somebody tells me that I'm an India player, so that is something to be very proud of because playing for India in India is never easy.
I'm sure. So before we get to your national cricket journey, I want to ask you a little bit about your Ranji Trophy. So you played for the Ranji Trophy for Punjab. So how did that happen? And for how many years did you actually play the Ranji Trophy before you went ahead?
Yeah, Ranji Trophy is a stepping stone towards playing for India, and Ranji Trophy is playing for your state, Punjab. So I made my debut in Ranji Trophy in '97, and that was not a very good debut. I was dropped after that 2 games, and those were harrowing because I never got runs there. So that was very disappointing. But next year, we made a comeback. Me and Yuvraj Singh were brought back in the Punjab team. And I still remember we played a game in Patiala where I got double century against Delhi. So that is where it all started. Then there was no looking back. I was picked for India A teams on regular intervals. I did well there. And then Team India came.
Wow. Okay, so I want to know, at the tender age of 15, you actually captained the Under-15 World Cup, took us to England and actually made us win. What a proud moment at that age. When you're 15 years old, there are kids who are playing and, doing other things in life, and you achieved this at the age of 15. So how was that experience?
That is, to be very honest, that was a dream come true. Under-15 World Cup in England, that was the starting point of a career, a first big tournament, and the final was at Lord's. And I would just like to share one incident. It was India-Pakistan in the finals, and we were just mere kids at that time. And I remember nobody came to see our matches in the initial phase of the tournament. But then everybody knew India-Pakistan playing against each other in London at Lord's. And I remember we reached the ground. There were around 35,000 people in the crowd. And that was massive.
Wow.
We never thought we played, I think, during that era in just 1,000 people. That was max. So 35,000 people. And we were fielding first. One of the bowlers started bowling. And there was so much of hooting that he was stopping in his run-up because we were never used to playing in such big crowds. So that was a massive moment. And then winning against Pakistan in that nail-biting game, that was a dream come true. And
icing
then
on the cake.
Yeah, that is because playing Pakistan is always a pressure game. And in that Pakistan team, so many players went on to play for Pakistan. In our Indian team, Mohammad Kaif and myself went on to play for India. So definitely, yes, that was the game of our careers.
Awesome. And then after that, you went ahead and played in the Under-19 World Cup as well. And, you vice captain that as well. So how was that different to the Under-15? You were already had the experience of winning the Under-15. And then again, you went ahead and won the Under-19. So how were the two different with your experience by then?
Look, winning the World Cup at any level is huge because that's a mega event. Winning the Under-15 World Cup, and I was captain, and Mohammad Kaif, who played for India, he was vice captain. And in Under-19 World Cup, he was captain, I was vice captain, and Yuvraj Singh was with us. And that series, that tournament, Under-19 World Cup, was the turning point in Yuvraj's career too, because he played one knock against Australia, where he banged Australia to tatters, and that is where he came into the limelight. And we won that World Cup playing against Sri Lanka, and God willingly, I won the man of the match in the finals. So that was again God's hand on me, God's blessing on me. And then those performances of UV, Kaif, myself, Ajay Ratra, they were noted, and that really helped us to get into Team India.
Wow, fabulous. So amazing. So after this, you get into Team India, which is, like you said, everybody's dream. You made your family's dream come true, your father's dream come true. So how was that experience while you played for the ODIs, while you were there in the national team? How was, which is the, it's probably every man's dream in India to make it to the national team. And you were a part of it. You were right there. So how does it feel to tell a normal layman, how does it feel to be a part of the national team?
Look, it is something which is can't be explained in words. That's a feeling, that's a massive feeling which you live for, which you die for. It's like that. And I remember making my debut. We were supposed to play our ODI game in Bhubaneswar, and I reached Cuttack. So Cuttack, we were supposed to assemble as a team. So my flight reached there, and other guys were already in the bus. They were coming slowly, steadily. So bus was already there. So I remember getting into the team bus. Sachin Tendulkar was sitting at the front seat. तो मेरे तो तोते ही उड़ गए उनको देख के. मैंने कहा यार सचिन पाजी मतलब सिर्फ टीवी में देखा था, and seeing him live, so that was fascinating. That was like again a dream come true. तो उन्होंने अपना हाथ आगे किया और मुझे बोला congratulations Sodhi. तो मैंने हाथ मिलाया उनसे. तो हाथ मिला के मैं पीछे चला गया. तो पीछे जाके मैं 2 घंटे तो अपना हाथ ही देखता रहा, और मैंने अगले दिन सुबह तक अपना हाथ नहीं धोया. मतलब आई वाज डूइंग एवरीथिंग विद माय लेफ्ट हैंड. ये हाथ को मैंने ऐसे ही रखा था कि सचिन का हाथ इससे जुड़ा हुआ है. So I think that's experience I still remember, because playing alongside Tendulkar was something huge, because आप सोच भी नहीं सकते कि आप Tendulkar के साथ बैटिंग करोगे, उसके साथ आप as a teammate pavilion में इतने साल बिताओगे. So I'm thankful to God Almighty that he gave me that opportunity.
And like you said, cricket is religion, and Sachin Tendulkar is considered to be God of cricket in India. So, you've got the both, together, so which is fantastic. So what is the most memorable memory for you? Anything that stands out? You just told me about this Sachin Tendulkar's story, jahan pe apne haath nahi dhoye ek din ke liye. But anything else which is very memorable, which comes to your mind while you were playing for the national team?
I remember we reached Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe, when we reached, we were playing in the nets there. So conditions are very different. तो मैं बैटिंग कर रहा था, and I was not able to understand the pitch at all. I was struggling while batting. Ball समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था. Getting out in the nets. So that was very disappointing. तो हम लोग वापस होटल में आ गए. तो my shoulders were drooping, confidence was low. I was supposed to play the game, international game next day. मुझे लग रहा था क्या होगा. So all of a sudden मैं रूम में था, and we just reached a day back. So I was unpacking my things, and I got a call. जो होटल फोन पे रूम टू रूम जो कॉलिंग होती है वहाँ फोन आता है. तो मैं उठाता हूँ. तो then I said hello, and then it was Sachin the other side. तो सचिन, hey रीति, मेरे रूम में आ जा. तो फिर मैंने कहा यार सचिन तेंदुलकर का फोन रूम में आ जा, ये क्या हो रहा है, and then I was bit, bit in two minds कि उन्होंने क्यों बुलाया है, मेरे से कोई गलती तो नहीं हो गई. I went to his room and I still remember he was unpacking his things. तो उन्होंने मुझे बैठाया, तो मुझे बोला कि I can see that you were struggling in the nets today, but don't worry about that. Keep your belief because you reached here by scoring so many runs and just have that belief. Don't let your confidence go down. तो जब 15 मिनट उन्होंने मुझे इतना मोटिवेट किया, तो जब मैं कमरे से बाहर आया, तो मैं जब गया अंदर मेरे शोल्डर्स नीचे थे, आई वाज डिसअपॉइंटेड. जब मैं बाहर आया मेरी छाती ऐदा कि हुन देख लेने केड़ा की होएगा, है ना. So I straight away went to Harbhajan. I told him that it was such a great gesture by Sachin Tendulkar to call me in his room to motivate me because he realized in the ground that a youngster is somehow struggling, and it's very important to call him and motivate him. So that is what Sachin Tendulkar is all about. He's not only a great cricketer, but a great human being.
Wow. That's great to know. That's awesome because we know how he is on the field. We've seen him play for so many years, but to know this side about him is, of course, amazing. So thank you so much for letting everybody know about that. So I want to know, so unfortunately, your back did, kind of become a deterrent in you playing for the Nationals. So what is it that you would like to share with the youth today? What were your learnings from that? And how would you today, somebody who is probably trying to get into the team or is already a part of team in terms of, what your learnings were from this? What would you like to share with everybody on this?
Look, that is something which really turned my career upside down because reaching Team India was always a dream and God was very kind and things were going so well. I was playing for India for 2 long years, which is pretty good because the performance was also pretty good. But then all of a sudden we came back from South Africa. We were in Bangalore playing Challengers Trophy. So I dived to stop the ball and I could feel that something has happened in my back. And the pain slowly, steadily went into my legs. I went to the physio. He checked on me and then we got all the scans done. So there were 2 fractures, L4, L5 in my back. So that took me out of cricket for around 1 year. I was not able to play at all. So right. That is where, then doctors, hospitals. So from stardom to doldrums. But that teaches you so much because life is never the same. You want everything to be really good, really prosperous. But at times, God always has something else for you. So that period really made me tough along the way because that was so disappointing looking at your co-players doing well, playing for the country, in the ground, running. And I was just on the bed and 2 people used to take me to the toilet. It was so bad. I couldn't move either way while lying down. So that was so bad. But then it's always a learning. No regrets. I think that is what life is all about. It can't be, happy all the time. So you have to take it in a stride.
But like you said, you took it up positively, you fought back, and then you came back into the IPL. You were a part of the Kings 11 Punjab team, and you played with them for years. So how was that experience, and how was that different in terms of being a part of the national team? And then IPL today is very popular. Yeah. We all know that it's probably even more popular than the national sport. Everybody looks forward to it all the time. So how was that? How was it to be a part of one of the best teams again, Kings 11 Punjab?
Yeah, it was a sort of a comeback because the injury took a lot of time, 2 long years, just struggling and nursing my injury, but then came back, played Ranjit Trophy, and then got into the IPL team, Kings 11 Punjab. So that was a big opportunity because IPL just started that time. And so many star players playing a different format, T20. That was a different experience altogether. And I remember I was playing for Preeti Zinta's team. तो मुझे वीर ज़ारा हमेशा मैंने पिक्चर मेरी फेवरेट रही है. तो जब प्रीति को मैं मिला मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है वो ज़ारा ही खड़ी है. So I told her that I can't actually see you as a team owner. I just see you as Zara. But that is again some people whom you appreciate, whom you admire. You get the time to spend with them, as their team member. So that was an experience in its own self because Preeti always tried to motivate, her players, and she was in the team meetings, always wanted the team to do well. So that is what team owners are all about because they want to win. They want their team franchises to do well. And IPL has done wonders for Indian cricket because so many youngsters have come to the forum from this platform, which was never the case because it was only Ranji Trophy, get 1,000 runs there, then get into Team India. But now we have IPL. You do well in IPL, you'll be noted. And that's a big asset.
Absolutely. So agree with you on that. And also big money for the cricketers. They're all making so much of money through IPL, which I think is a boon to the young cricketers today. They start off really young. They play young, they make money, they travel, which is, of course, with their hard work. It's amazing. So you, after IPL, now have become a cricket commentator, an expert, on cricket. You are on television all the time. You're also a referee. So how did that shift happen from IPL to coming on television as a cricket commentator?
Yeah, around 2011, I announced my retirement, and then you can't keep cricketer away from cricket. And then this TV thing came. I got a call from India News that if I can be their cricket expert. And then I just started, and it's now around 9 years I'm with India News as their cricket expert, which itself is a big experience, being on camera, on TV every day, analyzing cricket, the finer points of the game. And that is what you always want to do. So I'm doing what I can do, basically, and I'm enjoying my job. And that is what life is all about. You do what you enjoy what you do. So it's vice versa. So I'm lucky that I'm doing TV as for now. And India News is pretty happy with me. That is why they are persisting with me. Fingers crossed that they keep persisting with me.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you so much, Reetinder Singh Sodhi. It really means a lot to us, like I said, for you to come on my show. Thank you ever so much for being a part of this. And may you keep shining and may you keep growing in your field. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.